let me give you a run back of what I mean by a title. So 2 to 3 weeks ago, I decided and told my mom I wanted to go to Puerto Rico to see my grandparents. And my grandpa always pays for the flight, always, never fails. And it so happens to be that he couldn't pay for the one this summer. So what my mom did was she paid for it. And thank God she did. Because 2 weeks later, I was in my room trying to go to sleep, but I couldn't. For some reason, I couldn't. And I just hear this super loud cough, like scary loud. And I thought, well, maybe my grandpa is just coughing, because he always does this, but never this loud. So I started to get a bit nervous. So it turns out when my grandma calls my name, he's having a heart attack. So what I do is, I try not to freak out. I try to help as much as I can. I call 911. I pray. I put worship music on. And the ambulance took like almost 10 minutes to get here. So by the time they got there, he was already gone. And my grandpa wasn't just any grandpa. He was the closest family member besides my mom, and literally almost raised me. I saw him every single summer, and he was like a dad to me. And why am I telling you this story? Well, through that whole process, and right now, I feel a peace that seizes all understanding. It's a peace that I cannot explain. It's like it says in the Bible, God's peace seizes all understanding. And this was a really unexpected thing to happen, which is wild. And it's crazy how God works. Because all the 2 weeks I was here, I was always with him, always spending time with him, closer than ever, actually. I was going to work with him almost every day. I watched every baseball game that he watched. We even watched movies together. And the last day, which appeared weird to me, he was like, "Do you want to go work with me?" And that was strange because he never said that. He just said, "Let's go work." He said, "Do you want to go work with me?" And I, being ignorant, I was like, "Do you need me?" And of course, he said, "No, it's fine." But then after staying here for a bit, my grandma calls me. She's like, "Hey, Aiden, I'm gonna pick you up so we can go help your grandpa." And we stayed with him the whole time. And it so turns out that it happened to be his last day on this earth. And that's also another friendly reminder that time goes by like this. And you have limited breaths and beats in this earth. And just remember that anything could have happened. The ambulance could have got there any sooner. Or I could have given CPR any sooner. He would have lived. But when you think about it, God knew the moment he was born and when he was going to die. And it so happens to be that day that he was going to die. But note this. He went out peacefully. And this might sound crazy, but I'm glad that he went out that way, because he was always busy. He always had a lot of stuff on him. He always kept it quiet. And he was always working and always stressing. And now, I thank God he's in heaven, having the best time of his life with Jesus Christ and his family as well. And God has given me the strength and peace to go through this rough, very rough moment. And I wanted to share that because God sometimes uses our greatest pain for our greatest purpose. We may not understand it, but God's thoughts are higher than ours. And whatever he has planned for me and my family must be great. Because if this happened, there's something great in the way. And also, before any of this happened, turns out, with him, passing all that time with him, and not knowing it would be my last summer spending time with him. God made sure I spent as much time as possible with him and enjoyed as much time as possible with him. And who knows, God might use this. He might not. I don't really care. I just wanted to share this because like I said earlier, God uses this pain in this season to build you up. Sometimes he has no choice but to do it the harsh way because we don't learn. And he may not have allowed it to happen, or he may have not made it happen, but he might have allowed it to happen for me to grow stronger mentally, to handle the things that he has prepared for me in the future. You know what to do.